Hi everybody. I am getting ready to play with this set. It's called Citrus Blooms. It is actually on back order until the week of July 8th, but since I have the bundle and the designer series paper, I am going to start working on it for an upcoming class. But before I do, I wanted to show you guys how I mount my Stampin' Up! Cling red rubber stamp sets and the matching dies. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I thought I should just update it a little bit. So I'm going to pull out the images and the stickers from our pack, and I'm going to just set the casing to the side. I'm going to start by poking all of these out, setting them to the side until I'm ready to use these. But I actually do keep the inside piece. I'm going to show you what I do with it. But let's get all of these guys out first. This is probably the most time-consuming part of it, I think. But I can guarantee you, if you add these stickers on like I'm going to show you, you are not going to struggle on getting them perfect. Okay, so they're all off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this backing off of this piece, and all of this can just get thrown away. Lots of shrapnel. And I'm going to bring my case back in, and I'm going to set this inside my case. Now it is not going to go anywhere. It is nice and sturdy. And I do keep these for one reason. Yes, it does tell you how many images are on the outside of the cover. So there's 9 pieces in this set, but I don't want to have to go in and look to make sure there's 9 and then count all of my images. So now when I'm done using it, I just put it back in the spot it belongs, and I'm going to know if I'm missing an image from this set. So that's why I keep the inside piece. So that part is done. We can set that to the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and pull all of these backings off at once. Now I'm not pulling the backing off of these all at once. Those we're going to do one at a time, but these pieces are totally fine to peel off. And I suggest having your trash can beside you so you can just throw these in the trash. If you set them on the table beside you, your arm's going to hit it, and then it's going to knock on the floor, and then you're not going to want to bend over and pick it up. So as you pull them off, throw them away. So now here are all of our images. I'm going to bring in one of the glass blocks, and I'm just getting one that I know is big enough to fit the largest image. So I know all of these images are going to fit on this block. So now I'm going to bring in my piece of stickies and find the image I'm looking for. And it's this top one. So I'm going to peel the entire thing off. There we go. And I'm going to lay the sticky part on the block. Just like that. Press it down, make sure it's nice and even. And then there's a little line in between so you know where to get your fingernail up underneath, and that's going to pull off your sticky. So now you have your image on your block. You're going to bring your cling stamp in, and we're just going to hover over the top until it lines up the way you like it. And then I'm going to set my block down gently and press. We can flip it over, and that is spot on. You literally cannot even see any of the sticky on the outside of the image. Now I'm just going to grab my fingernail and pull it up underneath, and that is going to take it off the block. Look how perfect that is. It is my favorite way to do my stamps. So now I can slide this back in to its little home and continue working on the rest. I will go ahead and do all of them just to show you guys. So I peel off the sticky, put it face down on my block, peel off the backing, and yes, I should practice what I preach and throw this in the trash so it doesn't end up on the floor. Bring in your image. Now, once this is down on your block, do not try to remove it. It is going to rip your stamp, and it's going to make your sticker not work. So once it's down, don't try to remove it because it's not going to work. You're just going to have to leave it the way it is. There we go. Press firmly, and voila. Another one is down. Slide this one in. Once we get to these smaller pieces, I would recommend bringing in a smaller block just so you don't have as much chance of dropping the block because they are a little bit big sometimes. So I would just bring in a smaller block for the smaller images and a larger block for the larger ones. You're going to make sure that your words are going the correct way. There we go. I'm just going to set them to the side and we'll put them all in at once. Let's peel this off again. Let's bring in this guy. This one's a little wonky, so we want to make sure that it's going on the right direction. Oh, I'm glad I flipped that over because I think it goes that way. Perfect. And these guys actually could use a little bit smaller of a block, but it's okay. So we're going to make sure it is lined up correctly. And these flower ones, you might have to flip it around until you get it right. There we go. Okay, I have been doing it this way for a very long time. So I know it is true and it does work. So if you haven't tried it this way, definitely try it on your next set, and you'll definitely have to tell me how you like it. Got a couple more, and then I will move on to how I store my dies. And if you don't have fingernails, you can use your take your pick tool to get this off as well. Get that little outer piece off. There we go. Two more. Just checking in. Make sure we are getting it on the right side. I've actually done that, is I put the cling on so the stamp was upside down. So you do make mistakes. Last flower. Usually I throw this piece away when I'm done. Some people do keep them and they take these extra little pieces and put them on stamps that are no longer sticky. There are very old ones. You can do that. I personally throw it away. I don't need one more thing to hold on to. I hold on to a lot. That I don't need. Okay, let's put these in our case. And now I will know that I didn't accidentally throw one away or it's stuck to the back of something because everything has a home. And that's what I like. Well, that guy Let's see which way he goes. There it goes. Let's see, that must go this way. There we go. So now when I flip it over, I know that I am not missing any of my images in here. Okay, let's move on to my dies. So I think I've said this a few times. I really like my dies all on one. I like to be able to flip through my little filing folder and see what images that I need. So I really like them to be all on one. But honestly, this set is too big to be on one. So I might have to put them front to back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking these guys off. And you have that tape in the center that is super duper sticky. So just be gentle as you're popping all of these off. The little ones come off super easy. So all of these are off now. I'm going to scooch them over to the side, and I'm going to work with this one piece. I get my magnetic sheets from Home Depot. They are vent covers. The vents in our ceilings, hopefully that comes across okay. They're ceiling vent covers. I believe you get 3 sheets, and they're right about $6 or $7. And I cut them down to the size of this piece that comes in our dies. So I'm just going to put some Tombow glue on this piece. And I'm going to go ahead and just line this up. I will give you a little tip that use an old trimmer to cut the magnet sheets. It will eat your blade like crazy. You can use an X-Acto knife if you want to. You can use scissors. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, a little bit, I guess. So I like them to be nice, clean images. So I do have an old paper trimmer that I just keep for cutting my magnet sheets. So you can use this other piece, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw that away, and I'm going to put another piece of magnet sheets on the back. And honestly, you really could just use a half a sheet. Let me wait before I do that. So let's see what this looks like. So let's put our die cuts on here. And I might just go get a smaller piece because I really don't think these larger images need such a massive piece of magnet sheets. Okay, so that fits good there. Let me run in and I'm just going to grab a strip. You do have extras left over when you're cutting the pieces from Home Depot. What I like to do is I just cut a couple containers of them, a couple pouches of them, so I have them ready when I need them. And then these are all like the little extra pieces. So let's just grab, that one looks pretty good. Let's grab this, let's flip this over. And honestly, I really think that's all we need. We actually probably don't even need that big, but I don't want to go get my trimmer to trim it off. So I'll put some adhesive on here. Put that down, and then we can put these guys on. Perfect. Let's flip this back over because I found one just hanging there. So now all of our dies are on one. I love this. Makes me so happy. So I do a couple things to the insert pieces. So we have the insert that says exactly what the dies are and a little casing. So do you ever go to look for a die cut and you put it in back where it's supposed to go, but you can't find it? It's probably because it slid in between these two pieces. So I take tear and tape, put it at the top, and then I seal that up so nothing can fall inside. And then I do an extra step and I put a piece of tear and tape across the top. I do this for every single one of my dies. Now when I slide it in, it is going to be glued to the top where nothing is going to slide in either side of them. So now when I slide my dies in, they look absolutely gorgeous. So there's one more step and then I will be done, I promise. So I am not the biggest fan of trying to open this up and slide this back in to close. So I get these super cute little tiny mini Velcro dots and I just stick it at the top, close it, and now it is super secure. You can open it a million times and not even have to worry about it. So there you go. That is how I do my mounting the cling stamp sets and doing the dies. Hopefully this helped you. If it did, please definitely send me a message. If you think somebody else might like this idea, definitely forward them the video or the link. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.